Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And this is the book that I'll be sharing from, Tales My Lama Told Me. This is by Pastor David Lai, and the stories within were from my guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Toko Rinpoche. So we'll be reading a new chapter today, chapter 16, Endless Dharma Talks, page 167. So let me share with you a picture. There you go. This is Rinpoche, and you see the background that is his Eminence Kapje Ganchen Rinpoche. Right, chapter 16, Endless Dharma Talks. And this is from, this part is a comment by Pastor David. I heard that Rinpoche has taken refuge with several gurus, many of whom are highly clairvoyant and spiritually attained. I also heard that due to their enlightened nature, they often appear to carry themselves in a seemingly crazy manner. Although their behavior may appear odd or eccentric, there is actually a reason behind this in the larger scheme of things. I think it was because of such training that Rinpoche has become highly skillful in training his own students. The following amusing story related by Rinpoche recounts one such guru who featured in Rinpoche's life in a most unconventional manner in order to prepare Rinpoche for his future role as a Lama. Now, this is from Rinpoche. I remember a long time ago when I was traveling with one of my gurus. He created quite a lot of nightmares for me. Wherever we ended up, he would make me give Dharma talks to people that I had never met before. At the time, I didn't even understand what I was talking about. We were once visiting this temple, and with us was a group of about 50 people. I had never been to this temple before, so I didn't know its history. I didn't know anything at all. I thought we were just going there to pray. We were in our seats when when all of a sudden, Rinpoche exclaimed, "Okay," he pointed at me, and he said, "He's going to give you a talk on this temple and what it is all about." I was totally shocked and couldn't bring myself to say anything except a weak "okay." I wanted to say to him very nicely without making him feel embarrassed that I didn't know anything at all about this temple. Then again, my guru doesn't get embarrassed because he doesn't have an ego. At that moment, I just wished something would suddenly happen so I wouldn't have to speak. All he did was to give me a knowing look and added, "And you can do a whole history of this place." It was the twilight zone for me at that moment. I couldn't escape, and you must know how I felt right then. It was Guru Rinpoche speaking, so I couldn't just say no. I hesitated by clearing my throat first. He said, "What? Ah?" I finally replied meekly, "I don't know anything about this temple, Rinpoche." He said, "Shame on you. You can speak right now." I'm not kidding. It happened just like that. I was cringing inside. I said to myself that I can say no. I can resist. I can think that he is stupid, or I can immediately dismiss him as a total idiot. But that would have meant that I have taken refuge with a nincompoop. If I had taken refuge with an idiot, of course I'm going to fight and resist him. But the moment he teaches the Dharma, I know he is an attained master. His knowledge is amazing. How does he know so much? On top of that, I had seen him exercise clairvoyance so many times right in front of me. His ability totally silenced me. Sometimes he would mention moments of his clairvoyance casually, without emphasizing it. It was exciting every time we witnessed it. So when I thought about this, I decided to trust him. All right, I decided I wasn't going to trust my own ego or my own version of what I think I can or and cannot do. I was not going to trust myself. I'm going to trust my Lama. I began to speak, and of course, I didn't know anything. I looked around and I pointed. Okay, there's Tara. As far as I could see, it didn't seem to be a big altar, and Tara wasn't the main image. Then I pointed. Okay, there's Buddha Shakyamuni, and everybody seemed quite ordinary and average, so they were quite easily impressed. Then I looked at my guru and realized that this was going to be easy. All right, that's Shakyamuni, that's Tsongkhapa, that's Milarepa, and they wear that, and their hats are all like that, and their color is like that. I went into a whole spiel about what they looked like and what they represented. Intermittently, I looked over at my guru, who hummed his approval for me to continue. He probably thought that this was all nonsense and was impatient for it to end. But he said to me, "That's good, more." My jaw dropped. All I could do was comply with another week, okay? Then I spoke about the structure of the temple. I slipped in an explanation about the reason for having the right posture in meditation. I talked about the positioning of the temple, and I talked about anything and everything I knew about temples. I explained everything I could see from the statues, the images, the reason we prostrate, and everything else I could think of. Unfortunately, I couldn't stop until he told me to stop, so I continued rattling on. I couldn't maintain an attitude of I don't know and I don't want to do anything. If I couldn't act or think that way, why would I be his student if I didn't let him train me now? I figured that if he told me to do something, I would just do it. After my seemingly endless talk, all of us did a puja together. I could tell he was very happy. I realized now that he wasn't just happy with my teachings, but about the fact that I had pushed myself. The puja itself was incredible. We had the incredible long horns blown during the puja with me and all his students chanting. Simultaneously, there was thunder and heavy rain rattling on the roof of the temple. Miraculously, just as we finished the puja, the storm stopped. Amazing things like this happen all the time around Rinpoche. My biggest nightmare was the many occasions that we were at some unknown place and he would make me talk. There was a time when it happened almost everywhere we went. I started to have phobias about it. He would tell me to talk even if I didn't know anything. I didn't know the place. I knew absolutely nothing, and yet he would tell me to give a Dharma talk. The first time he asked me to give a formal teaching, which I totally resisted, was in his own temple. I totally resisted him, and I didn't want to because I felt I really didn't know anything. At that time, I was only a young chicken, about 21 years old. I felt I didn't have enough knowledge, and I had never really taught Dharma like that before. Being a teacher was not really my career of choice. I had just wanted to go into retreat. He would request a small throne to be set up for me, which I thought was really weird. It was strange because most of the students present were Malaysians. My first formal Dharma talk was to a group of Malaysians in Nepal. I asked them, "Malaysians? Where is that?" At the time, there were over 50 Malaysian students present. I thought Rinpoche would hang on in another room to talk to other students or purify someone's karma, but no. He sat on a big throne right behind me and barked, start right now." I was really worried. But, you're behind me," he retorted. "So? But, But I guess you're going to listen too then. He said, yes, maybe. I quickly asked, when are you going to go? He just replied, I don't know. Oh my God, the pressure I was under. Just imagine you have this great Grand Lama, known to be a Mahasiddha for many lifetimes, sitting right behind the grand throne with all the elaborate silks, looking down and watching you as you teach. It was a huge pressure for me. Meanwhile, all these Malaysians were sitting there quietly anticipating a fantastic Dharma talk. Rinpoche was sitting behind the throne, signaling me to begin. I was so nervous. I felt like I was the vet and sorry. Oh, I felt like I was the wet and withered ham in some weird giant sandwich. I told myself that I could run, but that definitely would not be good. So I told myself that I could take option 2, which was to do just whatever he said. He had said that I could do it, so I guess I could. I thought to myself, am I going to believe him or am I going to fight and resist him? After hesitating for a moment, I decided to trust him and speak. Okay, I will stop there and you'll have to join me to continue on with what Rinpoche did during his teaching. So thank you for joining me, and we'll end this with a completion dedication in English. May the precious body mind where it is not born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. May the precious emptiness where it is not born arise and grow. May that born have no decline but increase forevermore. May this merit accumulated by myself and others beneficially serve all sentient beings and the Buddha Dharma, and especially may the essential teachings of the unerring Master Tsongkhapa become clear and enduring. In all my rebirths may I not be parted from perfect gurus. Let me enjoy the abundance of the Dharma. Perfecting the quality stages and paths, may I quickly attain the rank of Vajradhara Buddha. By this virtue, may I quickly realize Guru Buddhahood and transfer each sentient being into that enlightened state. May all conducive conditions arise and all obstacles be pacified in order to increase infinitely the doctrine of spiritual King Tsongkhapa. By the merits of the 3 times of myself and others, may the doctrine of Lama Tsongkhapa blaze forever. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the 3 jewels grant us their blessing. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. May the holy teachers have long lives. May the enlightened activities be fully displayed in the 10 directions, and may the brightness of the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa continuously dissipate the veil of darkness, covering the beings of the 3 realms. In this land encircled by snow mountains, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in this life until samsara's end, whom grant me here and now appropriate attainments without exception. Grant increase of the entourage, teachings, and wealth, O mighty Shukden. So remember to join me for my next sharing as I go to the second part of the Rinpoche sharing. Thank you. And find out what Rinpoche, how the Rinpoche get on with being suddenly put on the spot to teach.